Welcome to another wonderful day on the Queen Amina show. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day out there in whatever you are doing. We love you so much for connecting with us every day. Make sure as you come in, you are sharing the broadcast so other people can enjoy and gain from the beautiful information that will be shared with us today by Chief Mrs. Ukoso Akpapunam. And my name is Queen Amina. Allow me to be your host today. We're going to have a fantastic time talking about the girl child. Why is the girl child so important in our society? And we're also going to be talking on how you can peacefully live together as a family, even at this time of lockdown season that domestic violence is on the rise. Our guest today, like I said earlier, is Chief Mrs. Kuso Akbar Punam. So I am going to bring her up and she would introduce herself and talk to us about the importance and the keys and tips and all the goodies of how to live peacefully in a home. Let me bring her up. Hello, Chief.
Hello, hello, Queen Amina. How are you
I
today?
am blessed. So beautiful to see you. Thank you so much for taking out time out of your busy schedule to be with us on the Queen Amina show today.
I'm delighted to be here,
Thank you.
and also delighted. Yes.
Please, could you introduce yourself and tell our audience about the topic today and everything so we can just go right in. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my name is Chief Mrs. Koso Akbapunam. I am from Delta State. I live in Abuja, Nigeria. I retired from Ajip. Ajip is an oil company in Nigeria. And I am, like I said earlier, I'm delighted and happy to be in this program.
Thank you
Uh,
so much, man. And
yes.
I know you do. Since you retire, you've been working. Also, you never stopped.
Yes, I didn't stop. My passion is to help the girl child and the women to be able to stand on their own. So I have a foundation. COSO is the name of the name of my foundation, but it is keep serving on our Redeemer. That is COSO. So
Okay,
that's the name. Yeah, that's the name of my foundation. Yeah.
I like that name. Keep serving on our Redeemer.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And
we never
that
retire. We never retire as a child of God, right?
no, we don't. We don't.
Awesome. So how is the
Yeah.
situation with the opening up of everything in Nigeria? I heard the lockdown has been lifted and people are free to go around. How is that working
Yeah.
out?
A lot of people are very scared. It's been like relaxed a bit, and but a lot of people are scared about getting involved in things like that and like
Mm.
going out. Yeah. But so far so good. We are staying at home and trying to stay safe.
It's going to take a little time before things start going to our new normal. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
understanding if people are scared not to go out and all of those stuff. So, well, people are being safe and there's no record of a lot of death going on in Nigeria anymore, correct?
Yeah. Somehow. But yeah, somehow in Abuja, I think Abuja is relatively low now. I yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Well, guys, as you're joining, please help us share the video. Our guest today, like she introduced herself, is Chief Mrs. Koso Akpapunam, and she is going to be walking us through healthy living, secrets to family living peacefully together. As me and you know, the rise for domestic violence is on the highest level right now.
Mm,
We've been talking about domestic violence in our shows. I brought few guests that came up and gave their experience, their testimonies and experience on how they escaped domestic violence. Today we are not talking about domestic violence, but peaceful living in a home is also connected to domestic violence, because if you're not being able to live peacefully in your home, then you guys are fighting, and if you're fighting, then violence might come in. So I'm going to let Chief take us through what the topic for today is before I will take questions from the audience.
Thank you very much, Queen Amina.
Yes, ma'am.
Like we all know, the topic for this thing is family secret for peaceful living during COVID-19 lockdown. The coronavirus disease COVID-19 pandemic has turned family life totally upside down all over the world. Schools closures, physical distancing, wearing face masks is a lot of traverse for anyone, especially for parents. Children take the front row in this my presentation. So I will be treating this topic firstly from the point of view of the kids. And like I said earlier, because I'm interested in helping the children and especially the girl child. But this topic is not only for the girl child, but for kids. So ensuring the kids are all right has been the uppermost thing in my mind. You'll be surprised at how much they know. So best thing to do is to be open to them throughout the period, albeit temporary. So one of the secrets for peaceful living during this period of COVID-19 is to ensure you use all your available time tutoring the kids on the importance of staying at home. Since we have since we have been forced to stay home, it is important they are provided with things like food, snacks, educational study materials, supervised access to computers, and break times when they can play around in the compound, and the time to watch television before they go to sleep at night. Once you are able to keep them happy, 50% of the problem of living peace, peacefully would have been solved. As a matter of fact, when daddy comes around from the bedroom, finds the kids all in a happy mood, he himself is happy and will want to know how mommy has been able to achieve this. Let's come to the issue of mommy and dad keeping safe online, keeping safe online, the children keeping them safe online. Children and kids are now spending a lot of more time online. Being connected helps them reduce the impact of COVID-19 and encourages them to continue with their lives. But it also presents risks and dangers. You will agree with me. That is why I talked about supervised access to the computer. There are pedophiles targeting children for sexual purpose on social media and messaging platforms. There are also teenagers sharing personal information and sexual photos or videos of themselves. It becomes absolutely necessary for parents to ensure that they take the following steps to protect the kids from such strangers online: setting up parental controls on their computer systems, turn on safe search on your browser, set up strict privacy settings online apps and games, cover webcams when not in use. So much for what we should do for our children to keep them happy during the COVID-19 lockdown. We now shift our attention to family harmony at home. When we model peaceful and loving relationships as parents, our children feel more secure and loved. That way, they won't be needing the cane or punishment to put them through the straight and narrow. Positive language, active listening, and compassion help maintain a peaceful and happy family environment during these stressful times. The more we practice modeling and peaceful and loving relationships for our children, the more secure and loved they will feel. Praise makes others feel valued and good about themselves. Simple words like thank you for clearing the dinner table or thank you for washing the dishes can make a big difference. What about us, the parents? We must find ways to spend quality time with your partner and other adults in your home. Also, did I hear someone say when the kids are gone to bed? No, that may be a good time, or that might be a good time too. Or invite daddy over to the kitchen while lunch is being cooked. That is also a good time to talk over issues with daddy. You will be surprised to hear daddy say stuff like, can I do the cooking today? My husband cooks for the whole house on weekends sometimes. He cooks good, and I remember I have had reasons to proudly invite friends over to join us for lunch and actually announcing to them on arrival that my hubby did the cooking. It makes me feel good and happy. This is a stressful time. Take care of yourself so you can support your children. You are not alone. Millions of people have the same fears as us. Find someone who you can talk to about how you are feeling. Listen to them also. Avoid social media that makes you feel panicked. Play music and gather the whole household and dance. It helps ease the stress you feel sometimes. I do a lot of dancing, even at my age. We love our husbands, children, and teenagers, but the stress of COVID 19, of which lack of money is a dangerous part, and lockdown can make us angry. It is therefore necessary we learn to control our temper and ourselves so as not to destabilize the peaceful coexistence in the home. We must create a division of labor in the home so that everyone partakes in the chores. The COVID 19 crisis isn't forever. We just have to get through it now, one day at a time. Family budgeting in times like this is part of what can stress you up. You can therefore arrange a budget with your husband that will enable you get through this time without squabbles. What part do we as parents play to maintain peaceful living during this COVID 19 lockdown? Relationships are more important now more than ever, and how we speak to ourselves and others plays a big part in defending ourselves against stress and distress within our families. It is okay to admit we don't have all the answers right now. Sharing age appropriate information about COVID 19 can help children and young people make sense of the changes they are being asked to conform to. It is important to use only trusted sources for information. We also need to redirect family conversations away from the pandemic. What you give attention to grows. Staying connected with your wider family, friends, and networks of support can help the world feel a little bigger than it otherwise might be. With social distancing, we are all tuned to technology for connection. We all have turned to technology for connections. We are also using social media to keep in touch with relatives and friends, and probably allowing more TV and gaming for children of all ages to get some precious time to ourselves. Spending more time at home with the kids will give you the chance to ensure you are managing their time on digital devices and the quality of media we are consuming. This is a great time to talk to your children about their use of technology and explore issues like language development in our children. Take time out for yourself away from the use of devices. Take care of yourself. You can wear your clothes and dance in the house. You can make up your face and do what you want to do. Sitting down at home and well dressed. I do that a lot of times. And my husband likes it when I am dressed up and feeling good with myself. This is the time for women to also dress and look good in the house. Don't say because it's COVID-19, you're not going to look good. No. Take time out for yourself away from the use of devices, taking screen breaks and giving your attention to the kids when it is asked for makes it more likely that your children will do the same. You will all agree with me that keeping the children happy at home while COVID-19 lasts is the most essential secret for peaceful living during this period. We are all in it together. So let's make it work for us and our families. Thank you very much for listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Auntie. That was super fantastic. For those of you just joining us, our guest today is Chief Mrs. Kuso Akpapunan. And
Puna.
she just walked through turn it off. She just walked through, took us through a brief summary of how we can maintain peaceful living in our homes during this lockdown. Some of the key points is keep the children happy. How do you do that? Keep them happy by making sure they have the basic necessity of life, like food, play stuff, educative play stuff, teaching them great values, to learn, because now you have the opportunity to stay home with them. Another point was that she said is monitor the children online use. That is a big one, because a lot of pedophiles are online, sharing nude pictures. You don't know what your children would stumble into. So she advised that we maintain what they are watching online. Very, very important. Buying your children cell phone and iPad doesn't make you a better parent. It destroys them
Mhm.
sometimes. So make sure you are monitoring that. And she advised we put some parental control on the devices if you're not able to completely monitor what they are doing. She also spoke about spending quality time with your family. Create a period inside the 24 hours to be able to sit down with your family, have a good discussion. There might be things in your mind that you have been looking for an opportunity to explain to your husband or your children. There has never been any time. So now take the opportunity to do those things. Make sure you guys have a movie time. That's one thing that I do. I try to make sure we watch a movie together as a family. Mrs. Apapano said she dances. So that's another beautiful thing. I love music. So do whatever you can to spend some time with the family every day or twice a week, or just make a schedule. Let it walk into your peaceful living, your program at home. And then money. Auntie, money is a big one. A lot of times daddy is working, mommy is home, or mommy is working, daddy is home, and then when the money comes it's not enough, or someone says, oh, it's my money, I am the one working. That brings a lot of trouble in the house. And you
House.
advise that families should make a budget. So when you make a budget, it will be very helpful to know that, okay, this is what we have and this is what we are living by for now. So that way you have peace of mind with yourself and your spouse and the children. Then you said the women should look good. Yeah, don't sit at home and say because it's COVID and nobody's going, and then you are looking somehow. I have this long gown that I wear around because it's free, and I feel comfortable in it. It's my friend from Tanzania made about 5 pieces of it and gave to me. We call it back home those days maxi. Those maxi long dresses. So I wear
Yeah.
them around the house, and lately my husband was like, why do you choose to be wearing this kind of things around the house? So that is his own way of saying,
Was saying
don't wear this long covered up kind of thing around the house again.
dresses.
Dress, take care of yourself. We are not going out, but still I want you to look nice and look good for myself. So that's a fantastic idea. Advice from Yuma. Take care of yourself, because again, you don't want any trouble to start arising from there. The enemy has a way of finding every little thing and using it as a problem within the family. So avoid these things. Beautiful. Now, that is just a quick recap of what Mommy has shared with us. I want to I want to take us to the girl's child. This is one of your passion. You are so passionate about building the girl's child. Why is it so important that the girl's child have a place in our society today?
Yeah, because my reason for that is that most women, most girls, especially here in Nigeria, and okay, after when I was growing up, I used to see a lot of young girls being the parents, not just anybody, the parents treat the male child better than the way they treat the girls. The girls will fetch water, the girls will cook, the girls will do everything. They will wash clothes. After eating, they will wash the plates, and the boys are just sitting down doing nothing. And at the end of the they will say, okay, the girls are not supposed to go to school because she will get married, and the boy will also get married, but the boy bears the name of the family, like
Hmm.
the surname. Yeah. So it's and I lost my parents early. I just finished secondary school when my parents died. But luckily for me, and that's why I said I have to give back to the society, because I am one of those lucky people that I had the opportunity and privilege of doing. I will say that I did not suffer, or me and my siblings, we didn't suffer, in the sense that we weren't uh, like the rich with silver spoon in their whatever. But then we were able to go to secondary school. We were able to travel abroad to do one or two courses, and we got back and we got a job. I got a job, and I found out that the girl child is the one that does more, like in an offices. If you're doing well, they will bring you down. Oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. And if the man is not doing anything and he's being promoted, they will still talk. They will not. That one is like it's something that he achieved. But the women, for me, the girl child, even from age 10 or even before age 10, they do more than the boys. They do. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say,
Yes, ma.
Queen.
Yes, ma.
Yeah, they do. They work harder than the boys. You know, they work harder than the boys. I had younger brothers, but the way my parents brought them up before the past, there was no because you are a male child, you shouldn't do it. No, you have to do this. We had chores that we do. You wash the plates, you sweep the compound, and you do this. If there is no tap water, you have to go and fetch water.
I
So
thought
I
those
saw.
things would have been long gone by now. That the male child is being treated better than the girl.
No, it's still there. In Nigeria, they still do it. In my NGO, when we go to see people or when we talk about these things, you feel very sorry, Queen Amina, because a lot of things they happen to the girl child. They are there maltreating them. The men are using them. Even there was one that was trending in the social media one time. A father and a a father and a son was raping the girl, and that
Oh
girl
my
is
God.
about, yeah, and the girl died. You remember? I don't know if you saw the story.
Yes, I read that story.
Yeah, she right, and that one almost killed me. It almost killed me. I cried. I don't know her, but it pained me a lot because for sure people are there watching these things happen.
Hmm.
Because they have neighbors, they have people, you know, they have people around that would have. The mother of that girl was there also. I can't remember the story very well now,
Hmm.
but yes, I
Again,
just
is it not why we have so much male that don't know how to keep their home? Because they are not trained. The girl's child is the one that They're always doing everything. They're building the girl's child with the heart of a mother. She learns how to cook early. She learns how to take care of the family early. But the male child is being prepared because they believe that he is the one that will carry the name of the family forward. So they're not teaching him anything. And then when he gets married, he don't know how to handle situations like we discussed earlier. The girl
Mm-hmm.
child will be sent to the market early to go buy foodstuff. So he might be suffering that time. She might be suffering that time, but she's learning how to manage stuff. She's learning how to purchase things at that time. The male child
Yeah.
knows nothing because the male child don't go anywhere. And then when they grow up as an adult, they get married. No wonder they start maltreating their wives because first of all,
Oh,
they don't even know how to manage the home. So do you think there is a need for our parents that are listening now to begin to open up places where they can start building and training the male child because they are the
definitely.
head of
Yes.
the family?
It starts from the. It should start from the home. Like I have male children, and I teach them how to cook from the one, how to fix their room, how to take care of themselves. You know, I don't know some parent. I don't know whether it's the parents or I don't know what it. I don't know what to say now, Queen Amina. But a lot is something that is should continue. We should all continue talking. And you know what you have, you give. What you don't have, you can never give.
That's right.
If the, yeah, if you don't have love, you will never show love.
Mm-hmm.
Some male child look up to their father like their father as is it what would I say their
Model.
model, role model.
Mhm.
And at the end of if the father is that kind of one that beats the wife, and when they grow up, they will start doing the same thing. A
Mm,
lot of stories about young boys, young men killing their wives or battering them, and the women will get angry somehow, and in defense, they will hurt the man as well.
mm,
So you're right. I tend to believe what you're saying. I or not. I tend. I believe what you're really saying. That they should look for a way of teaching the male children how to behave as well. And you see, this COVID-19 has a lot of advantages as well.
mhm,
Because in the home now, children see their parents. Maybe if they are quarreling, most families now, you see them going out for walks in my estates. You see them eating together. Not that, oh, daddy's gone out. I want to eat when he come, like he eats by 7 and go to work. And mommy would eat her later and go out as well. But now they now gather themselves and do a lot of things at home. You understand?
mhm,
Some in my estate they do take walks, go out, walk around with like in form of keeping fit.
mhm.
So yeah.
So, what would be your advice for a young person, a young girl that wants to get married? She's at that age where she wants to get married now. What kind of a man should she be looking for? I know a lot of our young people today, they are looking for a rich man, somebody that is handsome, somebody that is close to my age. Those are all material, irrelevant reasons to look for a man.
Yes, like what I say to young girls in church or wherever I am talking to, if I have the opportunity to talk to young girls or
Mhm,
young ladies, I tell them to put God first. Don't look for a rich, self-made man. It's good to look for. I'm not saying it's not good. It's good to look for self-made man, but that shouldn't be a priority.
mhm,
And what I think should be is grow together. Marry a man that I remember when I married my husband 30 something years ago, we had one car, but we were managing the car, you know. One day we were talking and I reminded him, I said, do you remember how the car will cause problem on Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos? And we just abandon it there and we find our way, you know? So yeah, And but now things have changed. You have to work hand in hand with your man. And if you put, and you see, another thing I'll add here is that parents should not matchmake their children.
Ah,
Allow them, yeah, allow them to explore, find a man for themselves, and that is my own opinion. Not just, oh, I am looking for a husband. My friend's son is has a master's degree. My daughter has a master's degree. She's a lawyer, and my friend's son is an engineer or something. And you want to match make them.
mm-mm.
At the end of, yeah, it will not work. Some
No,
do work, oh, yeah, some work, but in most cases, I will advise parents to leave the children to to choose their own husbands or wives. We
you would
can only
think
add.
you would think in this 21st century we will not be discussing such things, but it's obvious that it's still happening.
It's still happening, yeah. It happens. It happens.
Glave from United States, she said they are still doing it.
They are still doing it. The rich parents will want their children to marry from the other rich parents.
Mm.
Yeah.
And this is not just in Nigeria, it's all
No,
around
no, no.
the
It's
world.
not. Yes, I don't know about the well, the world. Yes, but Africa, they do it. I know they do it.
Wow. All right. So my next question to you is i- do you think people should approach the government in Nigeria, especially where you are, in terms of trying to add value to foundations that are looking out for girls' child and possibly males' children? And if yes, how can the government get involved?
I know a lot of foundations and NGOs. They have a lot in Nigeria, and somehow I think the government, the they get involved. Sorry, excuse me. Somehow they do get involved, but
Mhm.
I don't know the magnitude yet. But I know and I've been able to work with few that the government they help to do one or two things for them.
Okay. Okay. So
Mm.
if you're just joining us, please share the video for other people to enjoy the broadcast. Gift Okorodudu from she's watching on YouTube. She said God first. Yes, I agree.
Yes,
Put
yeah.
first, and he will direct your path because that's what
Hmm.
the Bible says. But for those that don't believe in the Bible, yeah, how do they put God first?
I know they will pray. They will be praying too now.
To who?
Good. I don't know. I don't.
So whoever you're praying to, put that person.
Pray, yes, I know that
Yeah,
in every language there is God has a name in every language.
that's right.
Uh,
So put that
yeah,
higher power first so that that person will direct you and look for that higher power in the partner that you're looking for. And this does not go to just female. It's men too looking for a wife. What kind of a wife are you looking for? You're looking for a wife that will sit down and be painting long.
that is made. Yeah, that is made.
Exactly. So look for someone that you grow together. Mommy,
Mm.
there's a question here. A man threw a newborn baby away to die because he says the baby is the fifth girl in the family, and this was in Africa.
Who did the what is what he gave to the woman that she produced?
He
Don't
said,
you think so, Queen? It's what he put in the woman now.
that's right. So it's not the woman.
It's
So
not
what?
the woman. It takes two to tango.
Exactly. So this is truly, truly happening, guys. Children are being killed because of lack of education. I think it's just proper lack of understanding, lack of education for the family, for people to understand that whether girls or boys, gone are the days where you think girl child cannot do what male child. The best soccer team today are girls. They actually
Yeah,
play
of
better
course.
balls than the boys. I have two wonderful girls, and trust me, I don't miss having a boy at all. They do everything,
Mm-hmm.
they're super talented, they're doing great things, so if you are out there listening to this broadcast and you think because you have all girls, I have a family that
Mm.
has four girls, all of them are professionals, they're doing
Yeah, of
amazing
course.
things around
Of
the world,
course.
so if you have just girls and you think, oh, I have to have a boy, and then you keep producing girls and then you end up want to throw one away, shame on you, because that I don't even want to connect with it. You don't throw no
Mm-mm.
human being away, because there's somebody out there looking for to have this child that you are
Honestly.
throwing away. How do you go to sleep at night to throw a whole human being away? How do you go to sleep at night? Do you go to sleep sleeping knowing that a child that
The child
belongs to
is
your
there. Oh.
is there somewhere out there in the cold inside a dustbin? Come on, guys. Anyways,
Mm.
I don't want to get upset on my
That's,
brother,
yes, honestly, I know.
but it's really annoying. Guys, if you have questions, please send them in before we end up this broadcast. Auntie, your foundation, how do you said your foundation is focused on educating and focus on the well-being of the girl child. When
Yes,
is
and
that, and how can people get involved if they have girls, children? Do you just pick orphanage girls, or I mean homeless children, or orphans, or what is it?
um, orphans, not majorly. Some families, if they cannot pay school fees for the girl child,
Okay.
yeah,
You help out.
maybe, yes.
Oh,
And
wow.
my friends, yeah, we have some friends too, and we're trying to do collation. Is it collation of some NGOs now
Okay.
here in Abuja to work together?
Okay. Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
Please, yes. And then
Yes,
if people want to get involved or get in touch with you or donate, you guys can get through to our platform, or I would be able to send the particular number when she posts it to you guys so that you can support. We are all about supporting each other and
each
making
other. Yes.
we are building a better tomorrow, and one person can't do it. She's doing her own little quota in
Mm.
her corner. I have to do my part, you have to do your part, and when we all come together, we'll begin to bring a change. People talk a lot about making a change, but they are not even
Yes.
making a change in the world around them. If you cannot bring a change in the world around you, how do you expect to change the world at large? So
Mm.
my encouragement to each of you out there that is watching, listening to the broadcast, or will be listening to the broadcast later, do something in your neighborhood. Build up a girl's child, build up a male child, build up the millennial children. They are all aged up and feeble right now. That's another thing that I'm going to be bringing on the show. The older
True.
people, they don't have help. They are aged, they are tired. Come up with something that will help the older generation, so that at
Mm.
least they will live their older time in peace and less stress. There's something you can always do, not
Do.
just Chief Koso. Me and you can do something too. And if you can't do anything, support the person that is doing something. All right. Thank you guys
Thank
so much. Mommy, what else do you have for us before we would let you go this afternoon?
uh, what else can I say? I have to be I have to thank you for having me and for letting me say these little things I have said today. We should all keep praying to God and thanking Him for His mercies all the time.
Mhm.
But one thing I believe is that this COVID-19, like I said earlier, it has its own advantages. People should start thinking outside the box on what else to do. Because a lot of businesses have crumbled now. or
Mm-hmm.
will crumble later. Yeah, because if like event places, most people are not going out for parties anymore,
Mm-mm.
and it will take some time too for parties, or like the way we have parties in Nigeria. You under, if you know what I'm trying to say,
Yes, ma. Yeah.
we should all think like what you're doing. I want to say thank you because you're doing a lot of things. I remember that we were supposed to be where before this COVID,
Tanzania.
Tanzania, but we'll
Yes,
still fight. We will still have time to go there.
yes, ma.
Yeah. Well done. Thank you
Thank you.
so, so
Thank
much.
you so much.
I,
God
wa-
bless you.
God bless you too.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Take care so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're
Thank
very
you so much.
welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful rest
God
of your
bless you too. Yeah.
day. All right, guys. Today is very short and sweet. So the advice is stay peaceful at home. Take every measure to stay peaceful at home. Please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to build that platform because it's not everybody that is seeing Facebook. I am going to be migrating to YouTube. Aja, I see you. Thank you so much. Keep Helen, Celestina. God bless you guys for watching with us. I love you guys so much. You encourage me to keep doing what I am doing. I thank you guys so much for never failing to connect with us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell so that when I upload videos, you will be getting the notification. And also on my Instagram handle, I will post that so that way you'll be able to know right there. So it's the Queen Amina on Instagram. Please connect, click like, follow so that when I upload videos, you will see what you uploaded. We will see you the same time tomorrow